Right now is literally the worst time
Excuse me.
ever to be buying a truck in the United States of America.
It very well could be.
We're going to run through the 5 reasons right now, this moment, today, when you're watching this, is the worst time to buy a truck. Before we do, though, Pops.
Yeah.
YourAutoAdvocate.com. We are working on some really cool stuff back on the website.
Okay.
Please, just click on the link down below. Humor us.
Would that be www.yourautoadvocate.com?
It is the link down below. Humor us. Click on it.
Yeah, click on it. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
You'll see my dad again.
Again.
What are the 5 things?
Okay, reason number 1, low supply, high demand. Okay, and the first rule of economics is supply and demand. If the supply is low and the demand is high, the prices are going to be higher than normal. Reason number 2, chip shortages.
Which is why the supply is,
Which is why the supply is depressed. Manufacturers are having a hard time getting their hands on the semiconductor chips, microchips that they need for their vehicles. Number 3, many of the manufacturers, Ford, Chevy, GM, are building trucks without the modules for the chips that they're missing at the moment and just parking them in fields. Okay. Thousands upon thousands of trucks that have been built that are missing the chips that they need so that they can run properly and work properly. And so as those vehicles just sit in fields, trust me, nobody is going out there going, we really should rotate the inventory occasionally so, I don't know, the tires don't get flat spots or the field mice don't get into the wiring harnesses or, normally on a dealer's lot, it's called lot rot. Well, I don't know what the hell you call it in the field, but it's got to be worse than lot rot. Okay. Number 4, incentives. The manufacturers are going to be offering less and less incentives
if you're buying a new one.
If you're buying a new vehicle, a new truck, to be able to go ahead and buy one. And number 5, dealers are charging over MSRP in many, many cases, anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 above MSRP, just so you can have the privilege of picking through what limited inventory they have and overpaying for it. Other than that, there's probably another 10 or 12 reasons, but those are the 5 big ones, I believe.
Yeah, but it all stems from that supply and demand thing. I mean, it's impossible. And then on the used car side, you're seeing huge inflation of prices there, like we talk about in all of our recent videos.
Yes.
And again, it's all because of that supply and demand.
Yes, and it's all because of the chip and foam and rubber shortages, and God knows when this will sort itself out. But I know that, GM and Ford, they're building the trucks hoping that they get the chips eventually. But what if they don't get the chips for another 6, 7, 8, 9 months? And they're just sitting there out in the weather, rotting.
That's such an interesting point. Do you think that... because on the VIN plate it says when the vehicle was produced, right?
Oh, well, not on the VIN plate, but on the manufacturing plate on the inside door. It tells you the month and the year that a vehicle was produced. So if you see something that was produced, I don't know, January of 21, and it doesn't get to the dealership until November of 21, well, that means it's been sitting somewhere for 9 or 10 months. And I can assure you, from having been in the business as long as I was, that when vehicles sit on a lot and you don't move them, you get flat spots in the tire. And the next thing you know, you're replacing tires on the vehicle because you can't get the flat spots out. And these vehicles are going to be sitting there for months at a time.
Check your door jams.
Check your door jams and make sure they check the battery for you as well.
Yeah, crazy time to be in the market.
Yes. So
well done though on the 5 things.
Yeah, I can come up with 5 things on the spot. You ask me to do 6, I'm in trouble.
Let us know down below in the comments what next 5 things you want my dad to come up with.
Okie dokie. Thanks, Zach.